All right, Ryan, you've taught us a bunch of chords, and that's awesome, that's fun, but we need to learn how to strum the guitar. You're right, you do. That's why your 7th guitar lesson, congratulations on making it this far, by the way, there is a monster at the end of this guitar lesson series, so don't make it to the end, is called your Strumming Summit. Go to my website, RyanLent.com. There will be this piece of paper there for you to follow along. It is our worksheet, so to speak, for this video. You're going to go to show notes, and then I can't think of a super secret backwards code for this one, so just Strumming Summit. And here we go. We've talked about that music songs are divided up into measures, which are chunks of time that are 4 beats long. 4 taps of the foot. 2, 3, 4. That's one measure. You might not have thought of before that your foot goes up in between the times it goes down, obviously, right, now that I say it. So each beat is comprised of a down part and an up part. And what you will see here is arrows pointing up and down, because we're not real musicians, we're guitar players. So rather than learn quarter notes and eighth notes and ties and blah blah blah, we're just going to have a bunch of arrows. Simple as can be. 8 of them, because 8 divided by 2, 1 down part, 1 up part, is 4, and 4 is the amount of beats in a measure. So let's go to example 1. You will see the long arrow means you strum. The short arrows mean you do not strum. They just indicate time passing. So for example 1, pick your favorite chord, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick E, because we don't have to worry about how many strings we're strumming. We're strumming all of them. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're strumming on the 1. That's what it's called. It's the 1 beat. You could also say to yourself, if you want, I don't think you would, but just be aware that truly it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's like there's a string attached to my foot to my hand. So my foot and my hand are always moving, even if you're not strumming at first. Do it this way. Eventually you won't have to, but you want to be aware of where the down beats and up beats are with your hand as well as your foot, and try to just do this 4 times in a row. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, really easy, right? 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You don't have to say the ands, you can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, but I do want you to move your hand even though you're not strumming. This brings us to example 2, which it's more obvious why you're moving your hand. We're going to strum on all 4 downbeats, the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. So now you have to move your hand back up, or else you'll end up strumming down there, and that's just silly. There is no silliness here. Ready? We're strumming on 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also easy. 1, 2, maybe easier than example 1. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. It's going to get a little harder now. There's only 4, so we're half done, but those 2 were quite a bit easier than the next 2. Okay, for number 3, we are going to strum on 1, 2, 3, the and that comes after 3, so our first up strum, woohoo, and then 4. And that's what you'd call that beat, the and after 3. That's what it's called. So we'd say 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try that a few times. Try it slow, really slow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. A couple of notes about up strums. Maybe just one. I don't know. We'll see if anything else comes out. When you strum up, you do not have to strum all of the strings like when you strum down. We strum down, and then when you strum up, you just kind of go up and see what you get. Do the E, the baby E string, and you probably get the B, probably the G, maybe the D, probably not the A, probably definitely not the E. That's okay. It's not this. It just doesn't work rhythmically. You can't, it's awkward. So you just want to go a nice down strum, and then just like a flick. A flick, and whatever you get, you get. The lighter you hold your pick, the easier your flicks will be, because the pick won't get stuck on the strings. It will just sort of flutter. So here we go with number 3 again. Ready? Instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4, you might say to yourself down, 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 up, down. Now, try to do that one 2 times in a row, and you will see why it's important to know if you're on the 1 or the 2 or the 3 or the and or the 4, because otherwise you'll get lost and don't know where it repeats since it's not symmetrical to itself. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to count. We're going to do it 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I strummed by accident there in the up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. You know what to do. Get your metronome, because this is now getting a little tricky. Get your metronome, start slow, and do it until you can go this fast. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down, up, down, 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 up, down. Eventually, you won't have to count, but for now, count, because am I on the 1 or am I on the 2, and then I don't know where the down, up, down comes. Just count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for our last one, the coup de grace, this is going to be tricky because it's going to be the first time in your entire life that you missed a down and then strummed the next up. You'll see what I mean. Okay, ready? So we're going to strum down, not up, then down up, then not down, miss. I like to say miss to myself, that helps. And then up, down, up. In other words, I know that was really confusing, I'm sorry. In other words, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. The other thing I like to do, if I don't say miss, is whisper the number it is. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and do like an exaggerated miss, because it's hard to not strum the down strum. It's the most natural thing to do, strum the down strum. So when you now have to not strum the down strum, yeah. And you cannot cheat by going down, down, up, stay up here, down, up, down, because then you're down and you're in no position to do your 1 beat as a down. So do it in the right directions. It's going to be a brain twister, but just give it a shot. Really slow. Ready? Down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. You might divide it into 2, like down, down, up is really easy, right? The miss is hard, so just take a little break and then go. Miss, up, down, up. One more time with the little break. Down, down, up, little break. Miss, up, down, up. And do it in 2 pieces like that until you can do each of them comfortably and then put them together. Down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... But yeah, I'm guessing that one might take like 20 or 30 tries before you feel comfortable enough to do it one after the other. But once you can do number 4 4 times in a row smoothly at any tempo, you have graduated this lesson, your 7th guitar lesson. So now we're strumming. Next week is the 18 gajillion songs you can do now that you know E, A, D, and G. And then I think the week after that will be, well, I have a plan. I have it written down. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time with more stuff. Good luck with Strumming Summit. Goodbye.